Alrighty then. Can I swing this around? Nope, I can't. It's a pain. Kill the lights a bit. There we go. So, what I've been doing here, I'm Alec, moderator in the group. Hello, hopefully that's in frame. What I've been doing here is working on the Midi for the TC Electronic Plethora X5. I'm trying to work out how I'm using it. This screen here is a remote that I built for an Iridium, which will probably be, it's over there, that will probably go into the loop of the TC Electronic. And what these little buttons here do, it says 13, it says 14, 12, 11, they're just simple PC commands. 16, 17, 18. There's all sorts of little thingies here. If I hit a 20, because there's no board there, it says it's an empty board. It didn't happen before. I think that got changed recently. So that's PC commands via USB. The main reason why I set this stuff up in an iPad with OnSong is that this program automates everything. So it's not just these nifty little remotes that you're seeing here. What you normally have is actual music. And I use these because I have a Sim 1 over there which makes guitar profiles. So all of these guitars are in, and if I hit on these pickups, it takes it to that pickup profile in the amp. But normally, as a student, the reason why I want to automate all this stuff is because I'm usually concentrating on one thing at a time. So if I'm spending a week really concentrating on my rhythm, and I want background music and stuff playing in here, what I don't want to do is have to spend, in my half-hour time a day that I've got free, I just want to go to a song and have this tell the Plethora or the Helix or the Iridium what preset to go to one time. And what's really funky about this thing is this will allow you to insert Midi in the middle. This, come on thing, focus. That would be a PC change. So PC number 1 on channel 1, PC number 3 on channel 3. You can click out of that and just go and set this to time. And this should, in theory, get the board to switch. So as I'm shifting through songs in my practice, I can set this up where, rather than being so kind of freeform about everything, you can follow some of the advice of all of the different YouTubers that, you divide your time up, you work between different genres, you organize stuff, and I can see down the road, if I'm ever doing live, and I don't want to be concentrating on the gear, you want to be having a nice interaction with your audience and looking out and seeing that your music is working. So as you can see here, this thing literally automates through. I've got all the text from a song by what's his name. And this will just take you through your whole set or your whole practice or whatever and switch at the same time. So questions for all you guys in the group. As I'm doing vids on this stuff, as I'm building it and working it out and then trying to share how I've done it, how many of you are working with helixes or what are you working with? It would be cool to have some vids, get to know who's in the group and what the interests are. It would also be very cool to team up and work out these things. I've had a lot of questions about how does this MIDI stuff work, and right now it's still in its infancy. You've got the ability to change boards, obviously, with PC commands. And then you've got a CC for each and every one of these, which just turns it on and off. That's it. Really nothing complicated. Hopefully this will be built up a bit more as we go through. But yeah, that's me. Literally, I just go through here, find a guitar, pick a pickup, whack the iridium on, and this should also follow suit and everything should work. And for the questions we've been having this week as to how fast is this, I find it a lot faster than triple tapping and then winding your way up and down. You can jump anywhere you want with the flick of a switch, or sending it like this, or you could use something like a Morningstar and control all this. And if you're from the Helix group and you know snapshots, what we would generally have, like on a big Helix, this is a remote for that, so I can drive it from the screen and not have to be stuck up here with all this gear. If you're good with snapshots and know what's the deal there, you can kind of turn things on and off, twist buttons, change knobs. In Helix, you can change up to 64 different things at once without losing signal. A lot of people have been asking, what's the deal with the changing of the boards here on the Plethora? Like with any of the modelers that you have, if you're going through changing boards, it's dumping whatever's in the processor. All the DSP gets cleared and reloaded. That's always going to have some kind of a gap. There's no way around that. In the Helix, what they do is they use snapshots. You can build a big preset and then change parameters within the preset, and you never lose audio. Here, I think for the most part, this is never going to be a problem because most people will just build a board for that song and manually step through, and that's all well and cool. But if you're chilling out somewhere and, you know, not necessarily saying for those who are up on stage and need all the automation, it's possible. But even for a regular Joe Blow guy who just wants to come and practice, and if you don't want to be, you know, working on your rhythm, working on your chords, remembering all the steps here, you can just do it once nicely, automate it, save it, and go. And when you come back, as you're playing through the song, things will turn off and on in time. Or you can set it to go by steps, where you can kick to the chorus and then you can stay on the chorus for as long as you want. You know, really stretch it out. Then you can go to the verse, then you can go to the bridge, then you can go whatever. That's kind of the idea with the automation, is you can have it fixed with time where you're playing to a beat and to a track and you're doing your part, or you could freeform it. And this is a really good way to do that, or MIDI in general is a really good way. So to help me make better videos explaining this stuff, what are the usual cases? Like, add in the comments below. What's your deal? What are you connecting through? What's going on? And we'll see if we can make some cool content and really start diving into the Plethora within the group and figuring things out, because there's a whole bunch of really cool tricks I've been seeing all week. You know, stuff that you wouldn't think about, but you can repurpose a lot of these effects to do different things, or tweak it with the app, or really powerful stuff. So welcome to the group. I'm going to say bye, and if you want to get into the MIDI stuff, check out the MIDI Mad Scientist Club. It's kind of Line 6 bass because that's what I started out with. But the idea is just to make all this stuff talk and ease your head up a bit. So, see you later.